Well, the curtain, or I should say the hammer, has come down on a very successful career with Darren Hancock deciding to retire his outstanding trotter, Drop the Hammer. We caught up with Darren to have a chat about Drop the Hammer and also the comparison with his other outstanding trotter on Thunder Road. Well, Darren, you've decided to finish the career of Drop the Hammer, unfortunately not on a winning note.
Yeah, he just didn't come up like he usually does, and he's getting a bit older. He seemed really good in himself, but he just wasn't racing. I think he had enough, so we said we'll retire him.
Over a period of about 12 months, Darren, he was involved in an intriguing battle with the likes of Underworked, Tough Monarch, the eventual winner, Cash and Flow, as the winningest horse here at Club Menangle.
Yeah, I just couldn't get him back and win them couple to break the record, but oh well, he done a good job. You know, he's a pacer turned into a trotter, so he was a lovely horse, you know.
Darren, he had an outstanding record, 93 starts for 26 wins and 28 placings, but as you mentioned, he started out as a pacer. What turned him around as far as being a successful trotter?
He probably had half a dozen starts as a pacer, and he I don't know if he won one or run a second or a win, and he had a lot of action, you know, and he was never comfortable. He used to run sideways, hang, and a few times I worked him, he just wanted to trot. You know, he always could trot, and I just go down there without the hobbles on, he'd just trot. So I said, I slowly he just wanted to trot, and I think his first start he won as a trot race here at Menangle. So I just, he was just happy trotting.
Well, you mentioned that race. He resumed in April 2018 as a trotter after unsuccessfully contesting a hit of the New South Wales Derby and then a Group 1 event for the Australian Pacing Gold. And it was at the same time you retired your other outstanding trotter on Thunder Road, so they just overlapped slightly, but Drop the Hammer, he was certainly an outstanding performer to the fact that all his 26 wins were just here at Menangle.
Yeah, only the trotters mainly only race here, see, so he didn't go anywhere else. On Thunder Road was a different story. He was the same. He won a couple of pacing races, and then he just wanted to trot too. So, yeah, amazing, really.
Well, he won the Flying K, for those who can remember the Flying K over the 1,000 metre. We had those here for a short period of time. That was back in January 2014, and then you decided to convert him into the trotting ranks. Once again, you said he was very similar to Drop the Hammer, but they were both by Bettor's Delight.
Yeah, amazing, really. They were both Bettor's Delights, and lovely horses. You know, they were nice horses, and they had enough ability as a pacer to win races, but with the trotters, they just had more opportunity. You know, they could... You haven't got the opposition like the pacers, you know. You sort of, if they could trot and do it right, they could win a lot of races, in which they both won a heap of races. I think Thunder Road might have won 28 or so here, I'm not sure, and then he won a couple of Group 1s in Melbourne and that, so yeah, they've done a great job.
Well, your judgment was certainly spot on with both horses. On Thunder Road, he had 107 starts, all over 38 wins and 26 placings.
Yeah, that's right. Amazing, really, for a pacer turned into a trotter, you know. And he was the same. He might have had a handful of starts as a pacer, and he won a pacing race. But he was just a lovely trotter. Tough. He was probably a bit tough on the other horse. He was tougher than Drop the Hammer, and Drop the Hammer might have had a bit more speed than him.
You've been trialling a horse from America called Goat for Glenn Holland, but you've decided to part company and send him to Ricky Orchard.
Yeah, I've given him a few trials, and he's not living up to what we think. So I just said to Glenn, I think we'll just leave him over here on the big track and give him to someone here and can just work with other horses, because I'm sort of working by myself, and my track's a little half-mile track uphill and downhill, so it don't really suit him. So I said we'll just leave him here for a while and just see what he does. He's been a little bit disappointing for me. So very well bred horse, you know. He's probably the only walnut to race in Australia, so he's the leading sire in the world, so he's a nice horse.
So after the success of On Thunder Road and Drop the Hammer, you still got your eye out for another trotter?
Yeah, Glenn's always looking. Glenn's thinking about going to the sales in September in America again and have a look, so we'll see what happens. Yeah.
He's had mixed luck with his last batch of horses he bought from the States?
Yeah, he brought 3 Walners in America, and one's racing over there now, but he's not much chop. But the one that they didn't race, they thought was really good, he died of colic, so he had no luck there, and then that's why he decided to bring this horse out. So I hope this horse can sort of measure up to something like he was in America anyway.
Well, no, thanks for joining us, and congratulations on the outstanding career of Drop the Hammer.
Yep, thank you. Ta.